Good evening, everybody. This is Rebecca with Red True Crime, and we're going to be talking about a local case that's been ongoing for about a week now. So, those of you who are new to the channel and don't know what the heck I'm talking about, this is a true crime channel. I talk about all kinds of cases, missing mostly, unsolved murders, some national, international, famous, all that good stuff. So, if you like what I have to talk about, and if you like how I present it, and you just like to hear me talk, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and share and like and comment and all that good stuff. So, all right. And if you have been here before and you're back, welcome back. Thank you for the support. And if you've not subscribed, please do so because like 70% of you who watch this don't subscribe. And here's the thing, I'm talking about cases that are open, that are looking for answers, looking for information, and you could have that information. Or you could subscribe and share this to somebody else who might know something about this case and help get it solved. So, subscribe. Doesn't cost anything, just gets the algorithm involved more and gets it out there. So, like I said, subscribe, share, like, comment, all that good stuff. Okay. So let's get down to Emma Hernandez. So Emma Hernandez is a 15-year-old girl that went missing September 16th. So that's been a little more than a week ago. And she was last seen around Lake Jeanette in Greensboro, which is where I'm at. I'm in Greensboro. This is what bothers me about this case. Today, this evening, the news finally put a story out about her. And people have been asking them, do a story. And they're like, oh, we can't until the cops give us the story. And I got a tip from someone yesterday, and I called Crime Stoppers to give them the information, and they couldn't even find a file on Emma, Henderson. And I'm like, 15-year-old girl, been missing for a week. How do you not have information? And it was confusing. They eventually found the report, but I had a lot of questions. I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of questions about why this has been so quiet because, she's 15. She has a very complicated life, very complicated because, both of her parents, she has no contact with them. They've been in and out of prison over drug issues. She was raised by her grandmother primarily, and when she got to a certain age, she started rebelling big time, promiscuity, drugs, you name it, she was doing it. And grandma was not in the best of health, and grandma could not keep doing this. So she went to go live with a relative, and I believe it's the niece of the grandmother. Her name is Crystal. And this is where things really go crazy because something happened with Crystal, and Emma was removed from her care and then put in foster care. And I'm trying to find what went wrong, and I cannot find the court cases stating why this child was removed, other than the fact that Crystal has methamphetamine issues, cocaine issues, larceny issues. She's got many, 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 many court cases, a lot of them going on here in the last year. So any of that could have been why she was removed. Now, I did hear from somebody that Crystal was abusing this girl and using her for, trafficking of the intimate nature. Um, so but I have no evidence of that. So this is all speculation until I actually have evidence of this. But the girl's missing. And pretty girl, very nice girl from what I understand, but she's missing. And what upsets me more than anything is the lack of coverage on this case. Now, is it because she's a foster kid and they just don't think she ran off, she's been taken? Or is it because she's a foster kid and they think she ran off? Which, okay, she ran off, go fucking find her and bring her home. Um, what are the reasons here? And what kills me about all of this is Guilford County has the most missing people cases out of any county in the entire state. We have 100 counties, and we have the most missing people. Make that make sense. So I did like a list. I've been doing comparison analysis for last week, and my brain hurts, and I'm getting over the flu. So don't come at me. Excuse me. We have 100 counties in North Carolina. Um, the county, and I did the list based on population. So Wake County, which is where Raleigh is, which is where the state capital is, has the most people with like 1.2 million people. Second is Mecklenburg County, which is like where Charlotte is. And they also have 1.2 million people and some change. But the difference of population between Wake and Mecklenburg is like 20,000 people. Now, both those counties each have 38, 39 missing people apiece. Those are the amount of cases they have right there. Then we get to number 3, which is Guilford County, which is, where High Point is, Greensboro, Jamestown, Summerfield. We've got, you know, a lot of people. But our population is a little bit over 500,000 people, and we have 56 open missing people cases. 56. Make that make sense. And what's interesting is that number is based off of NamUs, which is the National Database of Missing People. So that 56 are what are the cases that have been uploaded to NamUs. Guess what case has not been uploaded to NamUs? Emma Henderson. So she would be 57. And that's not including any other missing people cases that they have not uploaded to NamUs. And her picture and all that's not even on the Crime Stoppers website. So that thing is not completely accurate. You will find cases that are on the Crime Stopper but not in NamUs. So, yeah, we have 56 open missing people cases, but it actually could be quite a bit more because not everything gets uploaded to NamUs. Because it takes I looked into this, like, how long it takes for them to upload a case, and it takes, like, about 2 weeks because what they do is, like, family can send in the information or the police. Generally, it's the police that do this. And then NamUs, once they get it, they take their time and they call back to whoever submitted the information and make sure and confirm what they've gotten. Like, okay, is this the correct spelling, correct date of birth, correct circumstances, whether they went missing, description, all that stuff. So they do all that to confirm before they upload anything. So that could take anywhere from 2 weeks to a month for that actually gets uploaded. So in that time frame, many more people could go missing and we may not even know it. Because they may not be in NamUs and they may not have them on Crime Stoppers. So, you know, that any of those numbers in NamUs is completely speculative because, we've got probably more people than that missing, and it's just not where we can access the data. So there you have it. And the other thing I found interesting was when I was going through the database, I found one case from like 1992, and his name was Elman Davidson, 18-year-old kid who went missing in like 1992. And what's crazy is he's still on the list, but they've arrested 5 people and put them in prison for his death. And it makes it clear that he's dead. They know he's dead. They just haven't found his body. But his case is still open as a missing person because they have not found his body. Because supposedly his body was disposed at a landfill and they've never found him all this time. So until they find remains and tie them to him, he is gonna remain on that list. Even though they've already arrested people and and put them in jail, and convicted them, he's still gonna be on the list. So it's all crazy. So let's get back to Emma. So Emma's life has been complicated. I do know that she was on Instagram talking to some guy named Gannon. She may have ran off with him. I know she was talking to friends saying she wanted to go move back with her real mom. She was just over all this. There's a lot going on. So it's very possible this girl ran back to whatever life she thought she needed to go back to. All that is possible. But at the end of the day, she needs to be found. And what irks me beyond belief is that these police, they're the ones who hold all the cards here. Because somebody was trying to get the news stations to do a story on this, and they said because she's a minor, they can't do anything unless the police give them the information, which I thought was ridiculous because you guys are journalists. When have you ever needed permission from anybody to do a damn story? Just saying. So I don't understand that at all. But there you have it. So Emma, poor Emma. Let's see here. Let me give you her particulars because she's got brown hair, very cute girl. Um, give me the details. Sorry, asking Grok. Missing person case, Greensboro. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm a little running behind today on everything because I am battling the flu. It's not been my friend, and it's had me down for the count. So, like I said, I know she's 15 years old. She went missing on September 16th. Was last seen in the Greensboro area wearing a black shin-length robe and bedroom slippers. That's kind of weird. Um, she's 5'5". She weighs about 104 pounds, and her hair is black and red. She has brown eyes. Now, distinguishing features, she's a left nose piercing, hoop or butterfly shape, and a left industrial ear piercing. Now, the case is being handled by Greensboro police, um, and there are no reported details on the circumstances leading to her disappearance. And that's one thing nobody really knows why she was where she was at and what for. But like I said, the things I have heard, and I did get a tip from someone that she might be at a house somewhere in Sophia. Um, there is some speculation that the aunt that or the niece of the grandmother that she originally was sent to before she went into foster care might be involved in her disappearance. I don't know. But and however, the news media needs to do better. The police need to do better because we've got all these juveniles missing. You need to put the story out there. I don't give a darn if you don't think these kids are really in danger. You still put the info out there because if you people need to put eyes on these kids. Kids think they're grown, kids think they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and they're gonna be fine. It doesn't work like that, okay? But, police need to be more diligent about this stuff and let the community know what's going on. Because what's sad is when I was going through NamUs and I was looking at the pictures they had in there of people in the state of North Carolina, most of them were mugshots. Like, what the hell's that all about, you know? So, I'm gonna go back to this again. Emma Henderson is 15 years old. She is 5'5". She weighs 104 pounds, and she has red and black hair and brown eyes. Last seen around the Lake Jeanette area. So, keep an eye out, everybody. This kid needs some stability in her life. I feel for her, you know, and I just pray to God she's okay, and she wasn't lured out by some creep boy dude on Instagram. So there you have it. The other sad news today is little Liam King out of Ashboro was buried today. Liam is a 7-year-old little boy who went missing. Oh God, when did he go missing? Um, like around September 3rd, I think it was, and he was found. Actually, he went missing 2 weeks ago, and he was found 3 days later, deceased by the pond that was 500 feet away from where he was last seen. He was a nonverbal autistic child that was left alone outside to do whatever he's going to go do. And the sheriff's department has done almost no investigating. DSS has done almost no investigating. So this child is now being buried today, and nobody is being charged with anything. Because what we have found out is this was a common thing for his family to do with him. They would leave him alone outside, and he liked to run towards water. You don't do that with any child. You don't just turn them loose outside and not supervise them. He was 7 years old. He was a nonverbal autistic kid. What is that all about? And there have been times he had gotten loose and went down on the road and people would find him and bring him back home. Police had done this, a neighbor had done this. So again, why is no one being charged with at least neglect? I know some people are speculating maybe it could be a little bit more sinister, but bare minimum, they need to come at these parents with neglect. That's just my thought on that because there's going to be no justice for this child unless they do something. You just don't do that. So, oh gosh. So I'm gonna hop off here, as I need to get some rest. But, you all have a great evening, and like I said before, like, share, comment, subscribe, 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 share this stuff. Numbers need to go up. We need to get the algorithm involved to go find these people, okay? And then I will do a full breakdown on this NamUs stuff and the, missing people Crime Stoppers, and because I think a lot of people think that what you see online is it, and there's more to that. So, you know, but I'll get into that later. But everybody have a great night. Thank you again for the support. And as I always say, be weird, be rude, be safe. This is Rebecca with Red True Crime. I am out. Nighty night. Bye.